Like, they can play from normal mode and then they're okay, or hard mode and they're fine. But in my case, like when I did reviews for games, I would go through the story and then I would play through a little bit on harder difficulties on some games, just to get a feel for the gameplay a little bit more. There were some that I didn't necessarily need to, like enough gets explained in the easier difficulties that the gameplay looks pretty solid. But yeah, no, it's a logical thing to do. And hence why, like, this is gonna sound mean, but I know that everybody who complains about difficulty, you're easily in your teenage or early 20s. Year-wise, because that's where that matters. I've had plenty of people around my age that are like, no, that makes sense. If you're showcasing the story, then it makes perfect sense. You know, kind of like that one guy who complained to us about it. I'm thoroughly convinced that was a high school kid. No, like,
I've always played games for the story.
Hi, Shadow.
Like I just, I've always loved being sucked into another world, and video games, which is primarily why I read so much. But video games was just a way for me to feel like I had some sort of contribution to the world I was playing in.
Yeah.
And that I was just being a part of this overarching issue and, like, coming to a solution and succeeding. That's what I've always loved about playing video games.
Mm-hmm. For me, like, the story is just a motivator. If the story is good, then it motivates me to play at harder difficulties. Mm-hmm. Just because then I want to be good at it. Hence why, like, I play games like World of Warcraft, like I play games like Diablo. It's because I'm good at them because I like the story of it. But if a game isn't going to be all that interesting to me, then yes, I only play it for the easy difficulty because I pretty much know where I'm standing.
Like, for games that I've played 1,000 times over, Wind Waker being one of them.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet, but I totally want to play it on Master Mode one time. Because I know that I can do it, and I know that I'm not going to fail.
I've thought about the second that we beat Breath of the Wild, because we technically haven't done that yet, I would play it on Master Mode. Just to challenge myself a little bit more. So that for all the people that just want to sit there and go, well, you just doesn't like to challenge himself. No, I do. But I want the challenge to be worth it.
Also, here's another thing. Until you actually sit down to record yourself playing a video game, you will never understand how frustrating it is when you are dying to a mechanic over and over and over and over again, and you're trying to put yourself on a very tight recording / editing / uploading schedule, and the whole time in the back of your mind, in your rage-filled anger, is all you're thinking about is, I know how to do this, I'm not doing it correctly, I'm wasting time, and now I'm going to have less time to put out more content. Great.
Well, and the other thing that people don't necessarily take into account, I'm going to give you a little bit of Let's Play 101. Showing failure is not necessarily what a lot of people want to watch. If you're watching a Dark Souls playthrough, you can't necessarily avoid that.
Exactly.
But if it's like Super Mario Brothers, no, showing failure is really not an option. So at that point, that's lost footage to a lot of people.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And nothing is more aggravating than
and wasted time.
Nothing is more aggravating than just trying to do a simple 20-minute video that becomes an hour long, and then you end up with like 15 minutes.
Yeah. I've had many a time where I was recording a Final Fantasy footage for whatever game, and I got stuck on a boss just for a little bit. Yeah. And an hour-long video became 3 hours.
And the thing is, that's going to happen, and we have to just kind of prepare and work with it. But that's primarily the reason why we don't play these on super hard difficulties for Let's Plays, because it's like, I just want to get from point A to point B, finish the game in a timely fashion, and let you all enjoy it. That's the whole reason why you all watch video gameplay to begin with, I feel. And like,
well, in some cases, like, they watch it for boss guides and stuff like that.
That's exactly where I was going next. You're either watching it to see how to do a specific part in the game, or you just don't have the money to buy Devil May Cry 5, or
Yeah,
the wind
like,
waits your aching.
I cannot
speed.
begin to tell you how many gamers who are like on a college budget that watch Let's Plays simply because they can't afford to get the newest console or the newest game.
That's what I was doing when I got home from my mission. Like, whenever I needed a break from studying or I just needed some me time and just needed to be alone, I'd put my headphones on. And at the time, it was Let's Players I don't really like anymore. But I would watch them, and I felt like... And I mean, they're all, like... And we've even mentioned this before, too. Let's Playing is almost like a little bit of a mini podcast. We're talking...
It really is.
You know, we're sharing a lot about our lives as we're comfortable with. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you my whole life story, but we're sharing little bits and pieces about our lives. We're just shooting the breeze and just enjoying the video game in the background.
Which, spoiler alert, like, if you haven't thought about it this way, this is probably what we'd be doing if we were playing a game together anyway. So.
Oh yeah, like my husband and I chit chat all the time while I'm still trying to get through.
Yeah, where
PS4.
the frick do you guys think that the unzip your pants meme came from?
Or I mean all the penis jokes I've made.
Yes.
So I mean, I'm still playing through Spider-Man PS4 because Shadowbringers has taken up a large majority of the last month of gaming for me.
That was like the one thing I wasn't able to do in my vacation is get to some Final Fantasy 14 because I was talking with you about it, like just giving it a shot.
Oh yeah, and that's fine. It's MMOs are a commitment, and if you're not fully committed to them, like don't waste your money or your time on them.
Yeah, especially since not to spoil things too much for people, but a lot of my vacation was also spent basically acquiring more of a skill set than I have. So, because this will get explained in a video a little bit later, but I got 2 kids now, and I've got to be able to pay for diapers. And so in some cases, I love what I do, but it's not necessarily something that's in high demand right now. So I just kind of had to come to the conclusion that I have to learn a completely new skill set of stuff that is in high demand so that I can do that while slow season happens.
And that's completely admirable because it kind of goes back to a prior conversation we had. In an earlier video, depending on how this is all edited and cut. But me getting a different job is also meant for my family too, because I have a 7-year-old, and eventually that's going to be soccer camps. He really likes soccer, and we really want to support him in being in soccer for as long as he can. But if he plays soccer all the way through high school, that's going to be like
soccer cleats cost money.
Yeah, my husband did not complete a degree. He has a lot of experience in what he does that allows him to have a very nice, high-paying job as he does. Yep. But in my relationship, I am the only one with a college degree, so I need to obviously use it.
Yeah.
Especially in something like psychology, like it's not that difficult to find something in psychology, but
you're in a line of work where a degree matters.
Yes.
Mine is not one where a degree really matters.
It's the whole reason why I had to get a degree. Like, I had to. Okay, here we go. This is like the finale of this ongoing
This is Nightmare.
Fight.
So let's pull out the full-on double trigger and just nuke him out. So yeah, a lot of my vacation time, while I did relax, don't get me wrong, I did. I also just was trying to decide on a new skill set to be able to learn for a more, quote, boring job, so that I can be able to do that during slow seasons.
No, and that is there's nothing wrong with that, Adam. Nothing wrong with that at all. If you don't mind me asking. And unless you don't want to talk about it over a recording, if you don't mind me asking, what are you thinking of wanting to do? It's
kind of hard to narrow it down. I'm looking at a couple of things right now that are a little bit more in high demand. I'll probably talk to you more about it off, but
okay, yeah.
When I come up with a more solid one, I'll probably announce it on the channel.
Great.
Basically, what's happening now, and this will be in the video too, is that I'm it's getting to a point where YouTube and podcasting and all that stuff, it's great and all, and it's fun, but it's not paying bills. And so at that point, it has to be treated like a hobby. It has to be treated like something that is not the primary goal here until it actually can earn it.
Which is pretty much what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what I'm basically trying to do, is I can still build this stuff up, but then I can also earn money to be able to pay for my kids' school and clothes and all that stuff. So at that point, like, I'm covering all the bases.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I don't know what you and your wife have decided in terms of paying for your children's collegiate education, but for right now, just where my son is at, and with the possibility of him possibly having a, learning disorders, it's not to say that he can't attend a get collegiate education and do fine and well.
Yeah.
I want him to choose what he wants to do. So if he doesn't want to go to a major 4-year university, then I want to help him, learn a trade. I know that Intermountain Medical, and Intermountain in general, they have classes in phlebotomy, and they will hire you right on the spot after you complete your course, and you can become a phlebotomist right away, making $20 an hour out of high school.
And before people jump down my throat, no, I'm not looking to go back to college. Actually, what I'm looking into is what Brenton just brought up, is looking into trade schools. Because the bottom line is that while college is helpful, I don't think trade schools get that much credit, and there are a lot of careers where trade schools teach it instead of college that are in higher demand than, insert research topic here. So I'm mainly going that road.
I think there is nothing.
Heck, I actually looked into a couple of micro. So.
That's awesome.
Should've known.
All right, so that's all 3 of them.
You got a good heart, but you're about as sharp as a marble.
Perhaps.
Okay.
But if you had even a little bit of trouble defeating us, imagine what Vergil can do to you. Go see for yourself. Us. This is our final fight. And the end of Vergil's nightmares. Godspeed, Dante. You'll need it.
Rest in peace, little chicken. It's been a bash.
He's so
Interesting. An end to Vergil's nightmares.
I just love how irreverent Dante is.
Yeah.
Just respectful, but so irreverent about it.
He's got the noble characteristic, and that's what makes it endearing.
All right, what are you doing, Nero?
Oh, I did jeest!
Nero, jump in!
This suddenly became a Michael Bay movie. There we go.
Where's Dante?
He's got this. We gotta go now.
So this guy Vergil. Know him?
Vaguely, yes.
Close the door, God Almighty.
That guy's my father. What the hell's going on, Trish?
His logic is sound. I had a hunch myself.
This doesn't make any sense.
I know.
Yeah, I
you're
would be
virgin,
mad too.
But you can't kill your own father.
It's true. You'd never recover from that.
And Lady can speak from experience.
You saved us. You should be proud. Now you can put all this behind you.
Nico, stop the car!
No chance! After all this, are you insane?
Yeah, dude, why are you okay, let me just stop the car.
I'll go by myself.
This is one of those times where I would say you do need to listen to Lady. Because she did kill her dad.
Yeah.
Her dad was a son of a bitch, but she killed him.
This is definitely a good place to stop.
Yeah.
I like how in the last couple of sessions we've done, I guess your first B in a while.
It's all right.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, I'm glad there haven't been huge cliffhangers because I can rest tonight knowing that I can wait another week to see the conclusion to this title.
Yeah. So I think this is actually a really good place to end things for this recording session, because if there is a cutscene, we'll probably have to watch it again anyway when we come back.
Yeah.
So when we come back, we will have our final or I don't know if it's even final, but our upcoming confrontation with Vergil. Welcome back, everyone. It is the day of reckoning. The day where the brothers finally settle the score of who can play foosball better. Oh, right. Fight to the death. Sorry, never mind. Welcome back to Devil May Cry, everybody. So, we have been marathoning this game, Brenton, to get through it, and I think we're at the last 3 missions of it, at least until maybe some story DLC comes out. I don't know. I'm not Capcom.
I'm still caught up on foosball.
That's the great, like, somebody on the internet needs to make that a comic now. Of Dante and Vergil just like, the time has come, yes. Time to settle the score, yes. And then it's just a foosball game.
I will like legit buy that as a t-shirt.
Yes.
If somebody wants to like commission that for me, I will spend money on it.
You heard him, Marta. Make it a t-shirt. I mean, she's got like 10 plus orders already for t-shirts.
Oh god, I hope none of them have to do with my penis.
We have a Sassy Senoritas one in there.
Okay, I will take Sassy Senoritas.
We haven't done any of the dick jokes.
I really hope not, because that's not super appropriate to put on a t-shirt, and I would feel
not unless if you're in New York, maybe.
Well, I mean, it just doesn't settle right with me knowing that somebody somewhere in the world would have a t-shirt referring to my penis. That's where I get uncomfortable.
This is true. That is a little unsettling. All right, let's go ahead and get this started before we go even further down the rabbit hole.
Yep, because that's just not a hole I really want to.
So to sum up the story so far, holy crap, Vergil's back, and he's still evil.
Ooh, yeah, and we may have the confirmation that he is Nero's father.
Yes,
which is super exciting but crazy at the same time.
Yes, the creepypastas were right. Oh, hi, Dante. It's 4 o'clock. He's ready for his afternoon cookies.
It's like almost dinner time.
Portal opening days are over. Give me the Amato.
If you want it, then you'll have to take it. But you already knew that.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
How many times have we fought?
Hard to say. It's the only memory I have of us since we were kids. Time to finish this, Vergil. Once and for all.
Badass.
Oh man.
Okay.
Look how I love that cut. I just love that cutscene just because just like based on what they both were talking about. Like, how long have we been fighting? And just, thanks to technology and animation and graphics, like they both just look so old, and you can tell that this war that they've waged with each other is just definitely been taxing.
I will agree with you on that, but I'm also very happy that they got the original voice actor to play Vergil again.
Oh, that could,
because I believe there's a transition. I don't think Ruben Langdon played Dante in DMC3. I think he started in 4.
Yeah.
Just because it's an older Dante. I might be wrong about that. Somebody can correct it, but we haven't seen Vergil
Oh, fuck.
since 3. Oh, jeez.
No, Capcom did very right here in America with doing the original voice actor. I think it would have ruined the game to some extent if it was somebody entirely new.
Yeah,
especially
an
since
older
they brought
Vergil,
him back.
I don't know. Like, if you had gotten the guy who plays Urizen to be the clear-cut voice of Vergil, I think you'd lose something out of it.
Yes.
But I've always liked the original voice of Vergil just because it's very subdued. And you didn't actually see this in DMC3, but there's a Vergil mode where you go through Vergil's story. And there's actually one moment where he does get mad. and he does actually yell. And it's something you utterly don't expect.
Yeah, he's so like calm and collected in the way that he like talks up and talks down to people, especially Dante, that I'm like having a hard time imagining him losing his cool.
No, it's probably not even possible. Oh crap, and I didn't even realize this. I think he's healing.
He is healing.
Kind of in a fighting game sense, but I think he is. Oh, they even upped his devil trigger. I'm so happy.
I mean, there's been a period of time where we didn't know what he's doing. I wonder if the ending of the game is going to show what he's been up to and like
well, a
where
lot of
he's
people
arrived to.
suspected that. I believe the theory up until that point was that Mundus killed him, and that's why he was able to summon that clone in Devil May Cry 1. But we never had confirmation of it until a curious young man named Nero came along and had white hair just like Dante and Vergil, and Dante was still very much single. Like, the only two possible love interests they've ever put in these games for Dante are either Trish and or Lady. So already it was pretty clear that they weren't going to get together.
Yeah, I mean, based on the relationship and the way that they interact with each other, both like the three of them together and then like individually with Dante, like it never came across to me that they were love interests. It came more across like, hey, you're one of my partners in crime, like get up, we got work to do.
Yeah.
You know, we are literally just friends, and neither one of these ladies seem to be like...
Crap, I can't remember how I...
seem to be upset about being just friends. Are you trying to figure out how to heal?
No, I'm trying to do the Devil Trigger Sin, because my meter's almost complete. Maybe it just loads up. Ow! Jeez.